Hello, hello.
Hey guys, how are you?
Welcome back to DOKS Lifestyle.
So, after our video the other day about talking about trying new things, one of the most important aspects of that, if you can do something new to you that's artistic in nature, or even kind of going back to our childhoods and learning new words or new numbers, things like that have been shown to slow, stop, and help stave off Alzheimer's and various different forms of mental deterioration as we age. Very important that you take the DHA, of course. Flax seeds, flax seeds, flax seeds.
We suggest vegan DHA, EPA. That's gotten from algae based. So a lot of people think that fish oil is really important, but they're actually finding that fish oil, because you're concentrating down so much of the contaminants like mercury, etc., is not the benefits are not outweighing the risks at this point. But fish get their DHA and EPA from or their omega-3s from algae. So there are plenty of algae-based DHA, EPA formulas out there that are much safer. And very important to start that young to prevent Alzheimer's and brain deterioration in the future.
So, what are some of the things that you don't particularly like to do that you force yourself to do?
So, to prevent Alzheimer's, and a lot of, we're finding that Alzheimer's, there's a lot of lifestyle components to it. So, exercise is very important. What I don't like to do for my exercise, I'm great at aerobics. I love to be out hiking, but I don't love to do new things like stretching, weight training, and Corona, sorry, good girl. Weight training, stretching, balance techniques. And so doing new things all the time and your mind, so getting your mind used to doing new and different things. Like, for example, when you're brushing your teeth, standing on one leg and work on balance at the same time as you're brushing your teeth. Then stand on the other leg. Then close your eyes. So incorporating that. I also don't love to do lots of different puzzles. So changing it up and doing Sudoku or crossword puzzles.
That was an awkward transition. I cannot spell. I don't think I'm dyslexic or anything like that, but everyone tells me, don't you remember those rules of grammar when you were a kid in school? I'm like, nah. So I'm a horrible speller, so for me, crossword puzzles are quite horrible. And
but they're fun to do together.
Yeah, and we were doing the New York Times crossword puzzle pretty religiously there for a while. We got away from it, but we do a couple of other words and numbers games now.
Yeah.
If you
always good to mix it up.
Do not mind bad language and fairly rough British humour, there's a show called Countdown where you have 30 seconds to make the biggest word you can from 9 letters, a combination of consonants and vowels. And then the next round is a numbers game. You pick 6 numbers, they come out randomly, and then they generate a number that you have to get. And if you're old fuddy-duddies like us,
by adding, subtracting,
yeah, you
division,
can't square stuff. You can't use what is it? Algebra?
Well, you can use algebra. No, you can't use.
No, you can't square things or
right. True.
Stuff like that. But anyway, so the old fuddy-duddy version is just called Countdown. You can find it on YouTube. The irreverent, funny as hell one that we watch is called 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown. It's a British stand-up comedian. Jimmy Carr is the host. And they have usually 2 regular team captains, a lexicographer, and a mathematician. And it's just a lot of fun. We really enjoy it. And we even occasionally get bigger words than 4 or 5 letters. Not too often. But it really does make you think. What else do you like to do?
So what's good about that, just like what we did the other day with the yoga paddleboard, is that you make something that is not the easiest for you fun. And that's making things fun is the best way to get your mind stimulated.
Yeah, girl. Hey, how are you?
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
So,
So what else? I missed that whole section. Sorry, I was looking at Dr. Pevney's golden chest.
Making things fun is
Yes.
a good way to do things that can stimulate your mind that you don't normally like to do. And that's a really good way to keep you young. Like us old fuddy-duddies, trying new things every day.
Yeah, try and keep that mind elastic and flexible. So important. Much like guys especially have a hard time kind of plugging into their emotional side. You know, it's a similar thing, really. You know, you just got to open up new pathways in the brain, and you can only do that by, you know, doing something new, new language, or learning to paint, which neither of us should do. We'll probably both die of lead poisoning from licking the paint. But
and that's a good point. You don't want to feed yourself things that poison your mind. And so that's like the same thing with food. As cholesterol builds up in the arteries of your heart, it builds up in the arteries of your brain. So you want to eat healthy foods that are high in phytonutrients and vitamins and minerals. So lots of green leaf, and that cause your vessels to be elastic and to expand, and lots of green leafy vegetables, lots of different fruit, colorful fruits, lots of colors. Whereas trans fats, saturated fats, anything with cholesterol, animal products, processed foods will actually clog up your mind. So try and avoid those.
And that's actually what took my father, was vascular dementia. He had horrible, horrible hypertension, which he so kindly bestowed upon me at a young age. But of course I was eating and drinking like crap. That's pretty much fixed. 120/70 on a half dose of lisinopril from 3 different blood pressure meds now.
That's awesome, man.
But yeah, my dad's horribly uncontrolled hypertension and his complete piggishness, which I also inherited, that I struggle with still, was just a perfect combination to really start causing him memory problems. And we didn't see that until his later 60s, but thinking back, we saw behaviors in his early 60s where he was losing keys instead of being able to find them where he always did. Directions, sometimes he'd go to a place we'd regularly been and wouldn't be able to find his way to the parking lot he liked to use, stuff like that. And then, of course, later on, I mean, he just didn't even recognize me or my sister. And he was such a smart and funny man that was very, very difficult to see. And that's my stimulus for wanting to be healthy and well. And
I love you, so I want you around longer.
when I'm ready to go, I want it to be on my terms. I don't want it to be dictated to me by my poor choices in diet, exercise, and loving kindness. All right, folks, you have a great day.
Happy day.